Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are reading the second half of the books that were on the top shelf of my TBR cart that we need to read so that I don't have a large stack on top. So these are the four we're reading. Releasing 10 was rough, as you probably saw in my previous video that I do need to upload and edit, so that's another thing I need to add to my to-do list, but you're gonna see it before you see this video, so it doesn't matter. That I had to take 2 days off of reading to just process everything that I read, and now we're back, kind of forcing myself so I don't get into another reading slump because I feel it coming on. So we're just gonna keep moving forward. Hopefully, I just got out of my last reading slump and it was just months that I didn't read. So I have to force myself through this one. I gave myself 2 days to sit in the reading slump, and now we're back to it because I cannot let myself sit in this. So these are the 4 books that I will be reading in this video. We have Legendary by Stephanie Garber. We have Air of Fire by Sarah J. Maas. We have Say You Swear by Megan Brandy. And we have Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This one I am annotating because I want to, and I have my green tabs. I don't think I'm ready to start this one yet, honestly. And I was really loving Say You Swear when I was reading it, I was kind of starting to love it a little bit more. So we're gonna do this one. It's like 500 pages, something. It's close to 500 pages. Dude, I don't know. It's around 500 pages. So we're gonna finish this one. This is the one that we're gonna start off with. And then I might go like romance, fantasy, romance, just because I don't know how I feel about fantasy right now, because I haven't really had the urge to pick up a fantasy book, but I also don't have the urge to pick up Wild Side. So I think if we like flip-flop back and forth, that might help myself a little bit. I just need to get through 2 fantasy books, and then I'm gonna focus on like romance and mysteries and stuff like that, which I am in the mood for. I'm just not in the mood for this specific book, but I'm forcing myself to read it because I need to get it off the TBR. All of this is so I can get books off of my TBR, because I'm fixing to go to a book convention and I'm fixing to come back with a lot. I haven't even counted, and then there's still more that I need to pre-order. And I just added another one to the list that I need to pre-order. And there's some books that I can't pre-order because they're traditionally published authors, and I have to wait until I actually get there for those ones. So I'm gonna start reading Say You Swear and editing, and probably gonna pre-order more books today for that because there are deadlines for when I can stop pre-ordering. So that's what we're gonna do, and it's gonna be a fun time because I'm actually really enjoying this. It's like a college sports romance. Like all 4 of the guys in this book play football. 2 are love interests. It's like a love triangle, but it's not really a love triangle because the one guy claims he doesn't want to date her, but then she starts hanging out more with this other guy, Noah, who, by the way, has my heart because, oh my goodness, you're just a fantastic human being. And now he's like, the other guy's like jealous and stuff, and so I'm just like, you need to chill out a little bit. Pretty sure his name is Chase. It sure is. The thing I'm most happy about is the fact that Ariana did say, I think the last time I read, that she is moving on from Chase. So that is fantastic news. This is gonna be great. I really feel like that. I'm like 200 pages in, and I'm very excited to start reading this again. So this is what we're gonna do. Let's knock more books off my TBR because there's a lot, but we're doing a lot better. Okay, I've only bought 1 book since I started doing this, and I bought it on my Kindle. I didn't even buy the physical copy, so that is even better. So we're gonna keep doing this. This is part 2, and then I will start actually coming up with more creative ideas to get these books on my TBR, because this is just me reading the top stack. So there we go. Finished Say You Swear last night. I honestly was not expecting to, but I read like 200 pages in like 2.5 hours, and so at that point I was just like I was in it, and I was really enjoying myself. So I just finished it yesterday, and I don't think I filmed any B-roll, which is my bad, but I was enjoying it so much. And then, you know, I stopped, took a break to like eat dinner and shower and stuff, and then I read the last 100 pages. Just, I was doing fine, okay? I was laughing, I was smiling, I'm kicking my feet, like this is cute little romance, right? Okay? Then I got hit by a bus with the last 100 pages. And I cried twice. So I don't know what it is with me and reading all the sad books right now, but I need to stop because like after, I think I've said it in this video, after releasing 10, I needed some cute little just giggling, kicking my feet type romance, and I thought I was gonna get it with this, and then the last 100 pages happened. It was not fair to anybody, to me, to Noah, to Ari, to literally everybody. It was unfair. So unfair. Just uncalled for, unfair, and you know what? Just plain rude, if you ask me. So, yeah. I know Wild Side's probably gonna be pretty rough too, because I forget what her name, but the FMC sister died. And we pick up after she died. So I know that one's gonna be a rough one. And a Sarah J. Maas book is never a good idea, and I don't know about Legendary, so this is gonna be an interesting video. I'm probably gonna be going through a lot of more emotional turmoil because it never stops, unfortunately. So I gave this book 5 stars. I really, really enjoyed it. I loved it. The last 100 pages were brutal. But I mean, I don't know. I persevered, I pushed through, and here I am. Still alive somehow. I don't know anymore. I can't with the emotional turmoil that every author seems like they want to put me through recently. Like, can I just be happy? Can the characters in your book just be happy? Please. With that being said, I'm done talking about sad stuff. I think I'm gonna start Air of Fire because I can get the audiobook. And I want to say her name is Selenia, but it's Aylin now. So but I miss her. I miss my girl. So we're gonna read Air of Fire. Lord knows this book is gonna be sad too, because I mean, Sarah J. Maas just always has to be putting me through the ringer. So we're gonna do that again. This time it's a choice though. I'm choosing to do this to myself just because I don't really want to read Legendary right now, but I do need to read this one in this video. So that'll be after Wild Side that I'll force myself through this one, but just because I enjoyed Caraval, but it wasn't like my favorite fantasy book ever. So I'm not really sure how I'm gonna feel going into this one, but I want to finish this trilogy so that I can read Once Upon a Broken Heart. I want to read that trilogy really, really bad, but I want to get Jack's backstory first, so I have to read this, unfortunately. But I'm gonna probably eat first and then potentially start Air of Fire. I'm praying to God this one's not gonna be sad too, because I don't know if I can take much more sadness, to be completely honest with you. Hi, I'm almost halfway through Air of Fire. Don't know how I did it, but I did. I was gonna stop at chapter 30, but then I got distracted. And so then I read 3 more chapters while I was distracted. This is why I feel like I can't have a phone, because I find YouTube videos and things for me to watch, and then I'm like, oh, I can read while I watch this. Somebody please take it away from me. Anyways, but I'm really enjoying this. Manon, which I would not know how to say her name without the audiobook, that I have been listening to. She's kind of an icon. Now, I have no clue who she is or what she has to do with the story. I think she's who Dorian ends up with, maybe? I don't know. I don't remember. I've seen a couple things. I haven't seen many spoilers for Throne of Glass, but I've seen like who ends up with who. And I think Dorian ends up with Manon. I don't know. Again, don't know. Don't really care, to be honest with you. I'm just waiting for I'll bleed whatever color you tell me to. I don't know if it happens in this book. Probably not, but I am really excited to see that happen in like real time for me instead of just seeing it from a quote from a reel. But anyways, what can I say? What can I say? Because this is like the third book in this series, so there's not much I can say, but there's a lot I want to say. Oh, I know what I can say. Aelin and Rowan, I know that they're not mates because I know that Rowan's mate has already died previously some time ago, but they when they're not at each other's throats and just so mad at each other, which honestly I kind of see why that is happening. Like, I understand it's not like just like pointless so we can get some enemies to lovers plot, but when they're not trying to kill each other, they're adorable and I love it so much, and it's just the greatest thing ever. And I feel like they both understand each other on a level, even though they don't know everything about the other person's past. I feel like they understand the little bits and pieces that they've gotten, and like they understand each other, which I also love. And I love them. And I get so excited whenever I get back to Aelin's point of view because I like reading about them, and she's always with him. Like, she's always with him unless she's in the kitchen working, but she's almost always with him. And I love it. I love it. Yeah, I really, really do. The way that they met is so funny. It's funny because she was just, I mean, I don't want to say it. It also is a big thing that gets talked about on Instagram, but I don't want to say what the thing is because what I want to say will definitely be a spoiler, and I don't want to spoil this for anybody that hasn't read this, even though I'm pretty sure like everybody's read this series, but it's really, really funny to me. So yeah, I'm enjoying myself. I didn't think I was going to. I thought I was going to be bored out of my mind because, ooh, part 2. Oh, okay. So I got like 40 pages left until part 2. By the way, in case you were curious, nobody was. Also, I was saying things. I feel like book 2, Crown of Midnight, was really boring, and I was just like, can we like do something here? Like, it's just dragging and dragging and dragging, and like, what is the point? What is the point? Like, I need, like, let's move at a faster pace, please. We don't need to, we're not a snail, please. I don't know, but I'm really enjoying this one, even though it's like kind of slow. Like, nothing's really happening, but things are happening, and I'm enjoying this very heavily because this is just fantastic. Okay, I need to stop reading things because I feel like I just read something very important. Those are my thoughts. I'm loving life right now. This is really, really great. If this gets sad, I will actually crash out because I cannot do 3 in a row. I cannot. I can't do it. I can't do it. The books I read between releasing 10, no, I read that before I read releasing 10, but like, I can't go releasing 10. The Madness was the last 100 pages of Say You Swear, and then more sadness. I can't do it. I can't do it. I need everybody to be happy and sunshine and rainbows, and nobody dies, gets gravely injured, or loses the love of their life. But just, can we just not do it? Please, for once. I need this to be happy. I need this to be 500 pages of happiness and war. Please. Please. Because I think there's a war happening. Or it's like a game. It's called the War Games. Don't know really what that is. But I don't think I was paying attention when that was being read to me because I was listening to the audiobook at the time because I went to go do something. I don't remember what I went to go do, but I went to go do something. I don't really think that I was listening. So I don't know what the war games are, but there's something. They're either a war or like some sort of trial game nonsense. I don't know. We may never know. I mean, I hope I know at one point because I don't know. But yeah. Okay, so those are my thoughts. That's all I have to say right now. I don't know if I'll read the last, I think I'm at like 46%, so then that would be like, math is hard. 54% left. What? Yeah, 54% left. 50 and 50. 54%. Why am I haven't done math in so long. Oh my gosh. Okay. 54%. I don't know if I'll finish that all today, but that's where I'm at right now. I'm hoping maybe so that I can get to Wildside, so I can finish this all in a week, so I can have this video up on Monday because it is Wednesday. So if I like average reading a book twice, book 2 days, what? If I take 2 days to read a book, I should be finished before Monday. Because this will be my last day with this book, then I'll have Thursday and Friday with Wildside, Saturday, Sunday with Legendary. So yeah, hopefully I can do that so that I can have this video up on Monday. I have no guarantees though. Alright, as you saw, I finished Air of Fire last night. I gave it 5 stars. I absolutely flew through this book. Also, Spotify keeps having the audacity to not take away, because I'm using them up, but take away my audiobook hours when I'm like 90% done with a book, or even more percent, like 95, 97. Just cuts it off, and I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? It's like 15 minutes. You can't hold out for 15 minutes. Anyways, it's because I always pick the longest books in the history of the world to listen to on Spotify, which is my fault, but who's the one that said 15 audiobooks hours was enough? That's not even the entirety of this book. That's a story for another day. I loved this. We're not going to talk about Dorian because I can't do it. I'm so scared for him, but we're not, that's all I'm saying, because I can't do it right now. And spoilers anyway, so it's probably a good thing. Manon is just, she's an icon, and I love her. Don't know what importance she has to the story, because this is the first that we are getting from her, and we just like get her POV. So she has to be an important character. I don't really know how, because she is going to be fighting for the king, who I hate, by the way. That man is just a despicable human being, and I do not like him at all. There is no, I don't like him. I don't like him, and I'm not going to talk about it, because then we'll start talking about Dorian, and I can't do it. Aelin and Rowan, their relationship is so special and perfect and amazing, and I love them so much. So much. They have an understanding with each other, and like they can communicate without even communicating with each other, which I love, because typically it's like it's because of some sort of bond or something that they can like telepathically communicate. They can do it without, like, there's nothing there, at least that I know of. There's nothing there. They can just talk to each other with their eyes, like full-blown conversations. And just, I think it's the understanding and the fact that they are finding their way back from their grief together, and the way that they trust each other and believe in each other, and like they fight for each other, and I love that. I love that. Like without any romantic implications or anything like that. Like there's nothing where they're like, I mean, you can see it, but it's just like a friendship right now, and I'm loving it, because we're like building a relationship and just saying, okay, you guys are mates, so you're in love, and go off into happy fairy town. And you know what I mean? Like like their relationship is deeper than just, oh, we're mates, so we're gonna get married and have 45,000 children and whatever, you know what I mean? So I think that's why I love them more than I love, can't believe I'm gonna say this, but Reese and Feyre. I think that's why I love them more, because they have it feels like they have a deeper relationship than they did, and it started before they even caught feelings. That's another important thing. This relationship, this friendship that they have started before they caught romantic feelings, which is also another thing that I think is really, really important. Because, I mean, I don't know, I just feel like that's important. It's the building blocks to a good relationship. So I've really enjoyed this book. I'm gonna stop yapping about it because I would talk about it forever. I have 2 books left for this video. It's Thursday. Yeah, it's Thursday. So I have Legendary and I have Wild Side. Now, earlier in this video, I said I was gonna go romance, fantasy, romance. But I think I'm gonna try to knock out Legendary because I'm in a fantasy mood now, which is probably not a good thing because I'm about to read a bunch of romance and mystery. But it's okay because this is going to feed that kick and then it's gonna be over with, hopefully. And then I will read Wild Side. Honestly, I'm really just putting this off, but I do need to read it because I do need to get it off my TBR. And the goal is to get all romance and mystery off of my physical TBR, which means she has to go in this video because that was the goal. So, Legendary is next. I'm really hoping this is better than Caraval was because I just was not feeling Caraval, and I'm hoping it gets better because I don't want to be bored. And I don't have an audiobook to help me get through this. So, this is just going to be 400 pages of me, and I'm praying it's not difficult to get through because the words are small and I'm not going to feel it. This is also YA, so I feel like it should be easier to get through. I'm hoping it will be easier to get through, honestly. Alright, I am back. It's been several days. I started watching Motorheads and then got hooked and didn't want to stop watching it, so I took a couple of days off to finish that. But I started reading Legendary again yesterday night. I got to page 301. Yeah, 301. So I have 140-ish pages left, which I'll probably finish today. I'm really enjoying it. I had a theory about who Legend was. I had 2 theories. It was either Julian or it was Dante. But then I got reminded that Julian said at the end of Caraval that he was Legend's brother. So then I was like, well, it can't be him, which I was a little bummed about because I kind of wanted it to be Julian, but I also don't want it to be Julian. And then I found out that my other theory was right. That's also a spoiler if you haven't read this trilogy, but I feel like everybody that wants to read this trilogy has by now. I feel like it's been long enough to just accidentally spoil things. Which honestly, I see the vision. I see the vision and I like the vision. That's really all I really have to say. Like I don't have many thoughts about this book. I am enjoying it. It's not a bad read. It's actually really entertaining. I was expecting to be bored because for some reason I remember reading Caraval and being really bored. This is really entertaining. So I'm having a blast. And obviously fantasy doesn't slump me out anymore. It's been almost a year since the last time I read a fantasy book, by the way, because I started getting slumped out over last summer and I didn't pick up a fantasy book at all. It's only been romance and thrillers and mysteries that I've been reading recently for the last year. So I can read fantasy again, which is good because it gives me more options, and I actually want to read the other options, which is also a good thing. So I'm gonna finish Legendary today, depending on when I finish it. Like if I finish it this afternoon or if I finish it tonight will depend on whether or not I'll start Wildside, but you guys will see that regardless. And then that's what I got. Alright, it's been a couple of days since I updated you guys. It's been an insane week, and I have been reading Wildside, but it's just a little bit slower because work has been kicking my butt, and so I haven't been able to read for longer amounts of time because I get tired and within 30-45 minutes of reading and want to go to bed. So that's why it's taken me so long to read this one, but I finally finished Wildside. I'm giving it 5 stars. Everything to me, this is a 6-star read. Like 100% a 6-star read. I think Reese and Tabby are my favorite book couple ever, which is saying a lot because I have a lot of favorite book couples, and they're my all-time favorite. They really, really are. It's the way that they love each other. Like even in the beginning, before they had even thought about saying the love word, they still did little things where you could like see it, and I could talk about this all day. The way that they care about each other and they take care of each other, and like Tabby doesn't want Reese to ever have to like take care of himself alone, and he has his whole life, and so when they get in the beginning, when their marriage is just like fake so that Milo can stay in Rose Hill, there's certain things that she does that I'm not going to talk about yet, because if you haven't read it, I really want you to read it like on page when you're supposed to. There's certain things that she does to make him feel more welcome when he is visiting in Rose Hill, because he travels for his work, which is being a professional wrestler, that just it's amazing. It's amazing. And they're both grieving because Tabby's sister died and Reese was friends with her. And so they're both grieving, but like the way that when they need it the most, they let the other one lean on them and like give them a shoulder to cry on, and it's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable. This is probably, I don't know, I'm not being dramatic, but it's probably like so dramatic, but I have not read a love story like theirs, ever. I've read a lot of romance books in the last 2 years, which is crazy to think about, but I have read a lot of romance books in the last 2 years, and none of them have been like this. None of them have felt like this. And there's some quotes I want to read because they get me right in the chest cavity. I have to find them first. Okay, this is one that I definitely have to read. Okay, so before they got married, chapter 18, there's like text messages between Bash and Reese. Bash says, "You better be ready, your bride looks beautiful." Reese says, "I'm ready and waiting." Bash says, "I don't just mean the wedding. You better be ready to take care of her. She's been through enough. Everyone wants to see her happy." And Reese responds, "I'm ready." You can't tell me that's not fake. You can't tell me that's not fake. That is the realest thing ever, and I love it. And there's more things that I have to read for you guys, because this is just... So Reese is talking about how he doesn't want his fans to know anything about his personal life. And so he says, "More than anything, I want to keep Tabitha and Milo clear of any media attention. This is their safe space, and I will not mess it up by tipping off more off my more unhinged fans. Not when this place has started to feel like home over the past weeks. I can't. I really can't. It's too cute. It's entirely too cute. This is another good one. This is a fantastic one. Oh my gosh. Okay. So Tabby is talking to Gwen about how Reese has been going to the yoga classes that Gwen teaches. And Gwen says, Reese talks about you all the time. My wife this, my wife that. Did you know my wife owns that restaurant? And then Tabby goes, or no, this is Gwen again. She goes, he's so proud of you, you know? And that's just, God, it's amazing. Okay, and then this is when Tabby is talking to Reese about what Gwen said. And Gwen goes, or not Gwen, Tabby goes, she said she can tell that you're proud of me. And Reese says, I am proud of you, Tabitha. May this love violently attack me. Oh my gosh, this is a really good one. Oh my gosh, I have to read this one. Okay. Reese is talking to his boss, who is just a terrible human being, by the way. I don't like him. And Reese had his phone, like, facing upwards on his boss's desk, and it, like, lights up with a text message from Tabby, and it's got, I literally forgot what I was talking about. They're talking about, Reese's boss brings up Tabby. He says she's cute. And so Reese says, her name is Tabitha. Not that you need to know, because you're going to keep my wife's name out of your mouth. 5 stars all around. I'm obsessed. And that is the last book on this video's agenda, which means this video has come to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can be notified every time I upload, which is on Mondays. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!